It's been more than a year since Diddy was exposed for being the worst human to exist, and we still have more shocking news dropping every other week. I mean, just this week, one of his lawyers, Anthony Ricco, quit. Anthony specifically said, "Under no circumstances can I continue." Okay, what is happening in that courtroom? Anthony dropped the case and specifically mentioned that he could not mention why, as that would go against his agreement with his client. Allegedly, some details being revealed in court are too crazy. Could that be one of the reasons Justin looks so sick and weird in his recent photos? Well, let's get into the video. We already know a few of the many celebrities alleged to have been victims to the Diddy Diddler, celebrities like Justin Bieber.
And he knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television.
Apart from Cassie, who filed a case against Diddy months ago and whose claims were justified when a video of Diddy assaulting her in a hotel leaked on social media, there are other celebrities who allegedly suffered from the baby oil crooner. Since his case began in May, videos have been leaked online about his weird relationship with Justin Bieber, and the internet has been wild. While some have nothing but pity for him and his victims, some have wondered why they couldn't just say no and stay away. Well,
who gonna turn down $50 million? Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right.
Okay, that is really weird. And you know, Cat does not lie. If he says it was dangerous to say no to Diddy, then it was. So it is no surprise Justin Bieber got caught in Diddy's web. And who could blame him? He was a young lad who was excited to be hanging with celebrities he used to see on TV. Before long, he was attending parties with Diddy.
Where we hanging out and what we doing, we can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream.
Justin Bieber looked so innocent, smiling beside a man who would be facing multiple counts of abuse years later. But did you know, after that video was taken, Justin did not go home. Instead, he spent 2 days in Diddy's mansion at Diddy's instructions. 2 days in Diddy's home is more than enough to be scarred for life. What do you think happened in those 2 days? With the way older celebrities began to treat Justin as a piece of meat, your guess is as good as mine.
I just got to neck Justin Bieber and grab his butt.
Well, we already know that a lot of D-based things happened at Diddy's parties. Diddy said it himself.
Your parties are the hottest ticket around.
They won't even give me a permit for the parties, man. They don't want me to throw the parties no more. But we ain't gonna stop. We gonna keep on having fun, bringing people together from all walks of life. You're gonna hear about my parties. They're gonna be shutting them down.
If these parties were just booze and loud music, why would the cops want to arrest anyone? Why would anyone be intimidated too, unless they were doing nasty stuff? These were the kind of parties young Justin was forced to attend by a man he looked up to. Young Justin definitely witnessed a lot of terrible and nasty things. And who knows, he probably joined in. This might be why Justin has been acting weird since Diddy was arrested. He immediately unfollowed a bunch of people and began making cryptic posts on his IG. He even posted pictures of him crying. Luckily, his wife, Hailey Bieber, safely delivered their baby boy late last year, and we all expected things to get better for the yummy singer. But new pictures resurfacing in the media shows that he might be getting worse. Is Justin scared that some things he hoped would be concealed forever would be revealed? Or is he just suffering from PTSD? Many have speculated that his recent behavior looks more like guilt than sadness. What really went down at these parties? And what did Diddy make Justin Bieber do? If Diddy's lawyers are beginning to pull out, then those things must be too nasty to be defended. And while Diddy's trial gets tougher and tougher, it is hard not to wonder if he regrets anything he did, especially to the young people who looked up to him. Just a few months ago, it was revealed that some minors were mixed in the lawsuits filed against him.
Our youngest victim at the time of the occurrence was 9 years old. We have an individual who was 14 years old.
Assaulting a 9-year-old is wild, and it is very unlikely Diddy regrets anything. Diddy appears to be a textbook psychopath who enjoys hurting others, especially those who are vulnerable. I mean, look what he did to Justin. Justin went from an excited teen ready to conquer the world to a young man who cries all the time and speaks in cryptic codes. And all this happened in the full glare of the public. For example, watch this rather unsettling video of Justin Bieber and Diddy on Jimmy Kimmel Live, where they tried to explain their close relationship.
What's going on with you guys? Are you working together?
I'm not. I mean, I think that we we've become friends in a strange way. And he knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television. Oh, apparently not. Everything ain't for everybody.
Did you see that weird and scary look on Diddy's face before he warned Justin not to talk about the things they've done in public? Whoa. And the way Justin shut his mouth immediately. He was already scared of Diddy, and their friendship was still fresh. And what could they be doing that the public was not allowed to know? Again, your guess is as good as mine. Like he said, everything ain't for everybody. In another video that has been making the waves again, young Bieber looked quite uncomfortable as Diddy asked why he had started avoiding his calls.
What's up, man? You good?
I'm good. How are you?
All right, young brother, everything's good?
Everything's
Selling
great.
out arenas and everything?
Yeah.
Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you haven't.
In that video, it is obvious Justin was visibly scared. He was even stammering. He had obviously been avoiding Diddy and was now trying to find a way out of his stern gaze.
I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But you never really got my number, so.
Correct. Okay.
My number?
Yeah.
Of course, that was a lie. If Justin really wanted to stay in contact, he could have just responded to the messages Diddy sent through his partners, wouldn't he? So that means he didn't. This video was taken just a few months before Justin began to spiral. And unless you've been living under a rock, you know that he spiraled pretty badly. There were pictures of him doing wild things at parties, abusing drinks and drugs, getting into accidents and fights, and even getting arrested multiple times. He had multiple issues with women and even hung with wild crowds. When he spiraled, the whole world judged him. He went from everyone's promising star to being clowned even in comedy shows. No one could have known he was hurting badly and was trying to run away from something. Unfortunately, only Justin can reveal how much was done to him, but the young singer seems to be avoiding the scandal as much as possible. Months ago, the Daily Mail spoke with someone from Bieber's circle who said he is devastated by the accusations hanging over Diddy. But whether out of fear of being hurt or refusal to dig up past trauma he has suppressed, the source says he's focusing on his wife and newborn. But even though he has stayed quiet about everything, it has been revealed that Justin had been calling for help for years through his music. For example, Justin hinted at Diddy in one of his songs. The song in question is Lonely from the album Justice. I mean, just listen to these lyrics. And everybody saw me sick, and it felt like no one gave. They criticized the things I did as a kid. What if you had it all, but nobody to call? Maybe then you'd know me, 'cause I've had everything, but no one's listening, and that's just lonely. How could Justin, who was always surrounded by celebrities, have no one to call? Maybe these celebrities had hurt him too, or were connected to Diddy? Bieber himself mentioned on Twitter that it's hard for him to revisit that song, but he chose to be open because he realized that was what the listeners want. Now everyone believes it might have been a reference to Diddy, and also to Justin being thrown into the adult world of show business without any support or protection from those who could hurt him. No one protected him, not even his family. Now many are wishing they had been less critical of him. Even his music video for the song Yummy has been revealed to have a lot of hidden meanings. For one thing, the setting for the video was a weird party where rich adults were entertained by young entertainers. And what is more, most of them were wearing white. But by far the most heartbreaking interview to resurface again was the one where Justin spoke about protecting Billie Eilish. In that interview, Justin literally cries and hugs himself while he speaks about being afraid for Billie and on how he was doing everything he could to protect her from what he had suffered.
People take for granted encounters, and I just want to protect her, you know?
That video is so revealing. Justin must have been hurt terribly, and with this case, he seems to be reliving his ordeal all over again. Well, like we all know, Diddy was arrested on the 16th of September, 2024, and has been charged with sex trafficking, racketeering, and even engaging in prostitution. Of course, he has pleaded not guilty to the charges, but there must be hard evidence because he was denied several times. And most of the shady stuff must have happened at his famous all-white parties with guest lists that contained many high-profile people and many young, growing artists like Justin Bieber. And we know he was there from all the clips that are now resurfacing. Even the Kardashian sisters mentioned seeing Justin in a Diddy party on an episode of their show. As the trial continues, we might be seeing some more spiraling from Justin and maybe some other celebrities. For now, let's hope that everyone involved gets what they deserve.